Hello and welcome to yet another match of the Galactic Pod Racing Circuit. Oh god, I have the stream audio. But yes, I am Paige, joined today by Dom and Ray to commentate a match between Le6lindre and Zelascelar.
Yeah, and you and Zelascelar just had a match yesterday. It was very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one progresses as well. Should be very interesting.
Incredibly stressful.
I can imagine. I'm gonna have a similar experience tomorrow.
Yeah.
Interestingly, we're starting on Death Row's Revenge. Not what I expected.
Yeah, no, that's never one of the like expected starting tracks. Though if people pick Galactic, it is a pretty likely one. But
Apparently
nobody takes Galactic to start.
Yeah, the other part about it is that this is one of Zelascelar's best tracks, so I'm just surprised that he would allow it to be the first track rather than leaving it as a counter pick. Maybe he just wants the momentum.
Yep. I think I had a jalapeno seed stuck in my teeth.
All right.
Off to a very professional start.
Very professional, yeah.
All right. Players have been given the countdown and the go-ahead.
Of course, we're going to have a Ben mirror here, given that Ben is by far the fastest pod on almost every track in the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're almost guaranteed to have this be the first track every time. Sorry, first pod every time.
Yeah. There's some times where, specifically if you're on Grabvine, Fire Mountain Rally, or less experienced players on Boonta Classic.
Yep.
And Baru Coast, I guess. So there are like 4 or 5 tracks where you're not going to always see a Ben start.
Yeah. And sometimes players will just want to be a little bit safer. For example, Abyss, people don't always want to go Ben on Abyss.
I just don't want to go Abyss.
Yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to see an Abyss start for this.
Yeah.
Probably not.
We're off. Zelascelar losing his boost on the drop down, and Cylinder opting to drop and then boost. So he's using a lot less heat, but it is going to lead to a cleaner line if you can hold that.
It looks like Zelascelar is maybe a second ahead or something like that.
More or less.
Or a couple. Actually, it might be a little bit more than a second. Might be more like 2 seconds right now. Oh, the cylinder takes a crash. Oh, that's it.
That last little stretch is deceptively difficult.
Yeah, it can be pretty easy to crash there. A 44 first lap for Zelascelar, not bad. I think he is playing it a little bit safe, which is understandable.
Absolutely. Like, Zelascelar is definitely the favorite in this match. So I can totally understand wanting to take it moderately safe.
Yeah, if he goes crash, it's going to be hard for him to lose any track, really.
Well, Le6lindre's got some tracks that he is no slouch on.
Yeah, for sure.
I know he beat me on Bumpy's Breakers last year.
Alright, getting to the end of Zelascelar's second lap here. Still on a decent pace. I mean, there's no, breakneck pace.
They're dying in the same spot.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That little ending stretch is way more difficult than it looks. Like, those turns are really steep. Dying on a launch.
That's an interesting crash. Don't see that one very often.
That's why I always tilt over that.
Yeah, it's for sure better to tilt over that, just for consistency purposes. Yeah. Alright, Zelascelar coming into his last turns. Very impossible for him to lose at this point, to be honest.
Going for the out-of-bounds finish, and he's getting a 209.
209, very nice time for Zelascelar there.
This is one of his best tracks. He's super good here.
For sure. I'm
honestly expecting it to get the to get a permaban treatment. Oh, Cylinder went for it. But he did get a very good respawn. But I'm expecting to see this track get permabanned against Zelascelar in bracket stage.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, I'm still surprised that the Zelascelar even came here.
Yeah,
But,
I'm not surprised at all that he went with it.
I mean, it's obviously a good time for him. Like, it's a good track for him, of course. But I'm just surprised he would want to start with it. That's all.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's a win for him, so works out for that.
Fire Mountain Rally has been permabanned.
Interesting that that Le6lindre permabans that while he left it up for Zelascelar to choose between that and Death Throws Revenge.
I think he might have done his homework.
Perhaps.
And he figured, I don't want to take him on most of these ones. I feel comfortable.
Oh. My connection was unhappy with me for a second there. Oh, and I think
they're resetting. We're restarting some of the app. We're resetting some of the backend stuff.
Yep. All right. Permaband is Zaga for Zelascelar.
He really doesn't like Zaga.
Mangaza Speedway.
And he really doesn't like Mangaza Speedway. Those are just pretty common bans for these guys.
Makes sense. We'll see. Let's see what Zelascelar is going to choose after this one. Vengeance.
Vengeance ban. Huh.
Interesting.
I don't think that's a particularly strong one for Le6lindre.
I'm not really too sure what Le6lindre's times are on most tracks, but I would imagine that it wouldn't be his strongest track in comparison to other ones, especially when you say something like Bumpy's was good for Le6lindre, because Mangaz, the thing about Vengeance is that it's very high traction, and
True.
Not most players don't really like the extremes of traction.
I do.
Well,
my two best tracks are one is minimum traction, one is maximum traction. Come on.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
You're definitely an extremes person in that sense.
If you practice both extremes, it tends to go it tends to be a lot easier to adapt to the mid levels of traction. So it was just basically a method of learning everything.
We have a Ben ban.
Not super surprising.
No, it's pretty common.
We probably won't be seeing much Ben in this match at all.
I don't think so either. Grabvine ban.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to be seeing Grabvine or Fire Mountain today, probably.
No. Well, we know we're not seeing Fire Mountain.
Well, yeah, for sure not Fire Mountain, but I just don't think either of these players will really want to go there. Zelascelar has no reason to risk it, and Le6lindre probably feels like he has a low chance of winning there.
Yeah. We do know
Inferno.
Oh, no forces.
No forces.
Okay.
So this is going to be interesting. I suspect we'll see probably a Mars. Probably.
I'm expecting a Bullseye.
I mean, Bullseye is for sure safer, and I would suspect maybe Le6lindre would go Bullseye, but Zelascelar, I feel like, given that he went Eldar yesterday, he probably would be fine with going Mars.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't have really a reason to do it, but...
we saw in his warm-up that he was moderately comfortable with Beto on Inferno.
Yeah, he might even go Beto, to be honest. I wouldn't do it, but Zelascelar is known to love Beto.
Yeah, no, Beto is by far his favorite pod. And I can't blame him. Beto's cool.
Bullseye, though.
Okay.
At least if he stays with it. I suppose that is the safe pick.
Yeah. His skips PB on Inferno is a 215.
Ooh. That's not good.
I think that's him doing one of the old skips, not the...
It, yeah, it probably is. I would imagine that that wouldn't be a new one.
Yeah.
Looks like Le6lindre is indeed going with Bullseye.
Not super surprising. So we're gonna get a... excuse me. Bullseye mirror on Inferno. It's not... He's very much not the usual handler. Like, he's decent and can definitely do everything on the track pretty easily. But he caps out very slow compared to some of the top tiers. Also, those are some of the most, like, thoroughly damaged engines I've ever seen.
Going over the lava for that long will do that too.
Yeah. Come on, man, you got a wall grind.
Yeah. You gotta at least try to avoid it. I kind of wonder if you lose less time by going above the lava and dying on the wall trying to get above it than riding the whole lava, burning and trying to repair for so long.
I'm not sure.
Alright, both of
Now we're
our players
off.
are going. I'm not exactly sure where Bullseye caps out. I think it's somewhere in the 230s probably. Maybe 240s.
I want to say like 240 flat-ish.
That might be right. I can't particularly remember what Bullseye's limit here is. Well, not limit, expected time.
You gotta remember, there are two of the longest straights in the game on this track.
Oh, death from Le6lindre.
Oof. I mean,
Interesting place.
that corner and tunnel is a death trap.
Yeah, it is. I just don't think you often see the Bullseyes die there because of his turn rate. Going through the rocks again is Zelascelar is really taking that risky every time.
Oh, so is Le6lindre.
A 51.68, I think that is first lap.
That looked like a 60. Hard to tell. Regardless,
Either way, that's
51.6
a 30-something pace.
Okay, so yeah, Bullseye will cap out in 30s. 225 is the simulated limit? Alright, yeah, probably 230. It's like my bend time. God. Cylinder?
Oh! The cylinders seem to have missed the bridges there, I think is what happened.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that kind of film.
No, I don't think so either. This last one still going through the rock.
Corner.
Yeah, that corner is doing him no favors today. Another good lap for Zelascelar, 50.22. Currently on a pace for 31-32. That's pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah. I wonder if that'll be a tournament PB for him, possibly. If he keeps it going anyway.
Yeah. See what he can pull off here.
Not the greatest leap to this section.
Well, that turn he just went through is really sketchy on a lot of pods.
It really is. I don't know if you've ever tried Dud Bolt on this track, but that corner with Dud Bolt is
I've tried modded Dud Bolt.
Oh no. That can't be. That is true. Interesting slide mechanics. Anyway, Le6lindre taking another death. Looks like Zelascelar coming in for 32, high 32.
High 32.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's a really good time.
I mean, judging by that, Bullseye can probably get down into like 228. For
Yeah. Even in tournament, possibly.
That is really impressive, honestly. A 232 with Bullseye. And Le6lindre coming in with like a 301. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This last part saying he has nightmares with Vito after yesterday.
That's funny.
So let's see where we're going next. Yeah, Le6lindre just keeps walking into Zelascelar's favorites.
Banning Mars. Interesting.
Are we seeing a skip?
Usually there's two options with bans of Mars. Either a skip or they ban Ben later. Aqualar's Classic is the temp track ban.
Not sure on that one.
I feel like that was kind of an unnecessary pick. If you were going to pick an Aqualar's track, I would have done like Sunken City or something.
No forced Spice Mine Run.
I didn't see that one coming.
No, neither did
He
I.
just wanted to go, I guess he just wanted to go Ben. Which is
That's
fair.
And if you're doing a throwaway ban, you might as well do someone who sees fringe play like Mars.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, pick the easiest top tier you can and permaban and temp ban them if you're doing a throwaway.
Yeah.
Like, there's a fringe chance that someone will be picking that. Because no one's gonna... Like, you're not gonna get anything out of temp banning Bozzy.
No.
But some people might want to do Mars on Spice Mine Run. He is pretty good here.
Yeah, although there's really no reason unless you're going to ban the other three pods, like above Mars, which would be Ben, Beto, and Bulls.
Yeah. And the tricky thing against Zelascelar, you have to ban Beto and Bulls against him if you're trying to force him down, because they're so similar.
Yeah, he's definitely willing to go either way. And we've seen him go Bulls against King Bean Dip on Death Rows this year.
Yeah.
So he's certainly willing. And capable, for that matter. Yeah. Not very many people play those lower turn rate pods that often, but Zelascelar seems to prefer them for some reason, a lot of times.
Did you catch Zelascelar's PB there? I didn't see.
I didn't catch it either. He's going Bulls? Did he forget that it's a Ben ban? I'm sorry, Mars ban.
Hey.
I mean...
Hey, if he wants to, he wants to.
I mean, he can still win it technically, because Bulls doesn't cap out that much lower than Ben. Certainly lower, but... Whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wants to have some fun with it.
Yeah. Bulls is objectively fun to use.
Yes.
Well, just sliding around.
Something about being that greasy and just like worse turning, but better turn rate and acceleration, different boost pattern than Ben. It's just fun.
Yeah, it's nice to have a change of pace, especially when that change of pace can almost keep up.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty rare that any pod keeps up with Ben in any way, shape, or form ever. So having Bulls there's a fun treat sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised though. I would have suspected that given that Le6lindre probably can do a decent time here, that Zelascelar would have wanted to go Ben, but
probably, yeah. Do you think the devs knew what they were doing when they made Ben this fast?
I think they probably knew to some degree, because even if you take away the speed limit cap, he's by far the fastest pod in the game. So they probably were aware.
Yeah.
The question is, why did they choose Ben? If they intentionally did it, then why did they choose Ben?
I don't know.
Zelascelar boosting on the fast train, not recommended.
So is Le6lindre.
Guess he underheated though, so maybe it was better to boost than not boost.
Yeah. Ben's got 4 engines. Count them.
Yeah, that's why he had to be the fastest, I suppose. 4 engines. Just can't compete. I mean, to be fair, Bulls has 8 mini engines.
Yeah. This is looking neck and neck, though.
Yeah, they're pretty similar, which just both proves how good Bulls is and how good Zelascelar is at using Bulls, because Bulls is definitely not an easy pod to use.
This market section is honestly where Bulls is going to make up some time over Ben because his sliding is so efficient in there.
Yeah, you can force Ben sliding to be good enough for it, but if you don't know how or don't remember to do it, then it's not fun with that higher traction.
Yeah, no.
Looks like Zelascelar has a small lead here, not a big one.
Yeah, no. Le6lindre is definitely keeping up.
Yeah, they're basically on the same pace. Zelascelar at lower heat.
Yes, but Le6lindre's using the fast train a little better. Perfectly timed that boost, but didn't get the turn after.
Yeah,
He managed to not underheat as far as I was able to tell now.
true. Although it is significantly better to get the line. Ooh, Zelascelar barely avoiding your crash there.
Yeah, that looked real dicey.
We're just gonna have to boil that down to a little bit of reaction time.
Ooh, Le6lindre.
That might be the track right there, to be honest, because it would take not only a crash from Zelascelar, but still continued clean racing from Cylinder. Zelascelar doesn't have to play that clean as long as he avoids the crash, even on bulls.
Mike,
Underheating
don't know why
very badly in the market section.
They both are.
Yeah.
That market section is, it's an underheating track. You've got to have at least 8 warning beeps before you let go of your boost to be able to not underheat. So you typically want to just get in there as high heat as realistic.
Yeah, that's at least what you usually want to do. I mean, I'm pretty sure world record pace is usually a little bit lower, as low heat as possible going in, that avoids underheating, just because efficient lines before and good long boost after. But this is
tournament setting. You just want to not underheat.
Yeah, for sure. So Zelascelar is still looking clean. He's yet to take a single death this entire match.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive stuff. It's very easy to crash in this game.
Both players are underheating a ton on this track.
Yeah, it's definitely not the cleanest racing ever, but still deathless and for Zelascelar, and not that many deaths. Only one for Le6lindre on this track.
Yeah.
It looks like a 351. Yeah, 351. That's a pretty good time. Yeah, certainly not bad.
I mean, I know bulls can get into the mid-40s. All right, that's taking it to a, what is it, 3-0 lead for Zelascelar now?
Yep.
I should pull up the tracker, shouldn't I?
Another Ben ban.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, just in general, banning Ben it's the most effective way to throw most players off.
Yeah. Especially since the majority of players, even when practicing for tournament, will choose to do more of the IL pods or best pods for each track.
Mm-hmm.
And Ben is just so universally used. Executioner ban.
That might be one of the most banned tracks outside of the Barunda stuff.
Yeah, Executioner without Ben is a pain. So Bulba's Legacy.
Okay, that's the dicey one. Zelascelar got a pretty good had a pretty good showing on Sebulba's Legacy yesterday. So just in general, that's a questionable pick. Like, it's one I regretted.
Seems like there was a little bit of a misunderstanding on whether or not
it looks like they're
whether or not they knew that this skip was not a skip.
But Zelascelar did offer a gentleman's agreement to not do the jump,
Yeah.
which is really nice to see, honestly. That jump's annoying.
It really is. And especially if you don't practice it that much, like Le6lindre clearly wanted to do it without that initially, so
Yeah. So Ben and Bullseye are both banned.
alright, cool.
What is Le6lindre planning to play here? I don't think he has that much experience on the lower traction options.
Yeah, I'm not really all that sure either. Maybe Mars would make the most sense, I guess, for the
Maybe.
cylinder. I mean, Bulls is definitely faster still.
Le6lindre did a lot of RTA according to Ace, so he might have an Elan or a Maw in his back pocket.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to see a Mahonic.
Mahonic's not a bad pick, that's for sure.
I do think Elan would be a slightly better pick here, just due to lower traction.
You can definitely make both work pretty easily as long as you manipulate the TFPS or traction and FPS stuff correctly, but Elan generally is going to be better for the lower traction for most players, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Mars is also an option, though he is real dicey here, just on size.
Yeah, although he does do a lot of things well with it.
He's really good for the jump, specifically.
Are we gonna see a Beto?
It's Zelascelar, of course we're seeing a Beto. Le6lindre with the Bulls.
Really?
That is bold.
That is bold. Bulls is very hard to use on all of the Malister tracks except for M100.
Even on M100.
I mean, the one good part about Bulls is, of course, the low traction. So you can make that last hairpin look pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, just don't do what I did in the first tournament and not change your traction from 10. I was playing 24-20 bolts. That's not
fun. I am perfectly aware that that's not fun.
It's not even no upgrade 24 FPS bolts. All right, that's a 45-second lap for Le6lindre with the long route on bowls. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's really not bad at all. That's a little surprising, but
looks like he's practiced this.
Yeah, he might have practiced this specifically.
But both of these pods are really hard to use on this track.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit of a delay pause. There we go. And very synced up.
Yeah, also very similar placement. Ooh, barely avoids dying as the cylinder there. Both, you can see the low turn rate really struggling on that turn, those turns specifically before the ramp area. It's very difficult.
Doing a short boost on that straightaway well under even. That's questionable.
Yeah, questionable.
Right, so Zelascelar with a 42.5 and a 43.6, about a second behind. That's enough that a major mistake from Zelascelar can put it together.
Yeah. And also, that was the second faster than Cylinder's practice lap that he did before.
Yeah. Ooh, losing the boost, that's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, it's very hard to use your boost effectively on this track, even without the cut.
Yeah. Well, Cylinder's actually looking pretty strong on this track.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But Zelascelar is just driving so cleanly with Beto.
Yeah.
Looking like it's about 3.5 seconds behind for Le6lindre now.
Mm-hmm. That's still enough where a crash could bring it back, though.
Absolutely.
which he
crash puts
still
this real
has
close.
yet to crash in this. Oh,
Oh my
speaking
God.
of, he finally actually crashes.
Oh, the cylinder! No, you had that.
Oh, right at the same place, just different.
Oh,
Oh, that hurts.
that would have been a win by a second, probably.
That could have been it at the very least. Even if it wasn't, it could have been.
Oh, and
Oh,
does he recover
falling
that?
down.
He recovered.
Recovered. Nice.
Not gonna win, but he recovered. That was cool.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, maybe falling down in the first 2 laps might actually be better for a line there. Just take the slightly more inside line.
I mean,
Could be. I don't know if it is. But
theoretically, it's a shorter line, but you're gonna go a little slower on a wall ride.
yeah, that's true. I'm not sure what the payoff would be regardless.
All right, I'm going to be right back. So hold down the fort for picks and bans.
Yeah. All right. So I would suspect that Le6lindre, given his current picks, he's been going for more of the technical tracks so far. So maybe we see another short technical track. I mean, obviously Spice Mine's not very technical, but I think he just felt confident there probably. So I'm gonna guess maybe another Malister track. Could be a chance there. Um let's see. Should get a first ban from Le6lindre here for the pod. Bans Ben. Again, not very surprising in that regard. Ben, very common ban for a pod. Let's see what Zelascelar chooses here for the track ban.
So got another Ben ban.
Yep.
All right. Like we said at the start, not seeing much Ben here.
Andoprine Centrum is our
Okay.
track ban.
He did permaban that yesterday. I think he just doesn't like the track.
Yeah, can't really blame him for it.
Now it's a pretty annoying track. Like it's not that hard, but it's really awkward.
Yeah, especially when you don't have a higher turn rate. Like without Ben, it's kind of annoying to use Bulls or Aldar.
Abyss.
Oh, Abyss. That's a bold pick.
Skips
But
or no?
it could
If
pay
the
off.
cylinder knows the skips, that's a win.
Bans Bullseye.
I believe he has one force left after the bullseye ban.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like we're just gonna see whatever they go ahead and choose, because Le6lindre doesn't seem to want to ban any more pods or anything.
Come on, man, ban Beto. Like that's honestly the play. Like they handle slightly differently, so forcing him onto bowls is potentially a small advantage.
Potentially.
There you go, he did it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. I'm not sure that Zelascelar would have even chosen Beto, but you might as well just get rid of the chance.
He would. He's done it in the past. But there are maybe 2 tracks where he wouldn't pick, or 3 tracks where he wouldn't pick Beto. And they're all Barunda. Zelascelar with the Mahonic. and the immediate drop.
I know I've heard Zelascelar say he likes using Mahonic. He uses him on Doug Derby quite often.
Yeah. Oh no, Zelascelar, can you make that climb?
Oh, he did.
What? You can do it that way?
Oh, do you not know about the part where you can do it at the last part of it?
No, I know that. I just didn't think you could climb up through the ground.
Oh, you mean that part?
Oh my god.
Bulls? Oh no, that's scary. Oh, this is the last guy switching to Mars.
That was the right approach on that turn from Le6lindre.
Yeah, it's generally.
Oh my god.
I don't like this pick, if I'm being honest.
I don't either. I respect this pick.
I can respect it. I just don't like it. Even if you're confident on Abyss, which nobody really is all that confident.
No.
It's just Bulls is so hard to make work with. Even with heavy braking, it just doesn't feel good. I don't know.
Again, I can respect this pick. Again, he's got the right approach on this turn. Whoa.
Alright, both are ready.
Yeah, any wall climb with Bulls is really tough, but this wall climb specifically is probably the jankiest in the game.
Yeah, really easy to die, both going up and coming back down on the track itself, which it's one of the few places in the game where the track can just kill you without you even visibly going below it.
Yeah, which really sucks. Okay, Le6lindre is just... Okay, he's just going to be taking that super safe.
Which kind of defeats the purpose of using Bulls.
Now, he's taking those two turns super safe is fine. You've got a lot of space to boost elsewhere on this track.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think it's probably smarter to just go Mars, but we'll see how it works out. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. And bear in mind, taking it that safe, like, sure, you're going to lose a little bit of your advantage from Bulls. But if Zelascelar falls one time, and you don't.
Zelascelar hasn't fallen this time, and neither has Le6lindre. It's always good to see that on this. But you can see Mars' turning made him have to brake a lot less, and he's been able to boost a lot more so far.
I mean, it's a safety choice, because no matter what, he's not making, like, there's almost no way to make up a penalty lap. It's like 35 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. And Le6lindre taking an interesting crash there. Don't
Yeah,
see
that was an unfortunate one.
So Zelascelar on a pretty good pace here.
Yeah, solid.
Still could lose if he falls off even one time and fails to climb back up,
Yeah.
though.
Oh no, Le6lindre.
Uh-oh. Can he make it back up? That's the question.
Probably not with Bulls.
Bulls is one of the hardest, maybe the hardest pod to climb back up with. Oh, no. That's probably the match right there. Even if Zelascelar falls off, he's had a cleaner race so far.
I'd love to do penalty lap runs, though, just for the IL.
Yeah, you could for sure, like, do a, like, just additional thing where you just add it on. See what time you can get. It'd be interesting to see how optimized you can make it.
Oh.
Le6lindre just spiraling out of control here a little bit on that penalty lap. Oh! Sits still for a second, thinks about life. Zelascelar fell down, climbs back up and crashes, and now has to take the penalty lap. Was pretty clean before then, though.
How is this actually going to balance out?
I suspect that Zelascelar, assuming he doesn't fall off like that a billion times, he should be fine. But
this might get weird.
Okay. Makes it through it with only the one falling off. So still fine.
There's a death. There's a death. Welcome to Abyss, ladies and gentlemen.
It can be going so well, only to have it all fall apart so quickly.
God, I hate this track.
Zelascelar holding that boost. Very nice. And that's going to be the match.
Yeah, that's going to be it.
The 5-0 from Zelascelar.
If Le6lindre hadn't fallen lap 2, he had this.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate.
It was a good attempt. It was
a very good effort, and Abyss was was a ballsy, but overall not a bad pick.
Yeah, for sure.
And conceptually, it's a really good idea. Oh, he almost managed to hold that boost all the way over the start line.
Yeah, 332 with falling off. Maybe it could have worked out. So I was gonna try to get them in here for interviews then.
We have Zelascelar.
Hello. GG on the win there.
Gets up here.
Thanks.
Hey, there we go.
Welcome.
Hey there. Hey, man.
That was a very fun match.
Sure, yeah, it was very fun. That last pick was a very bold one. Bulls on a boost.
Yeah, no, that was incredibly brave.
Yeah, well, honestly, I just thought let's put it all in, maybe on Abyss.
Oh, yeah.
There, the racers can make mistakes when you fall off the deck, and I thought maybe he will do a mistake and I will get the advantage. Unfortunately, I fell on lap 2 and it completely ruined it. But I guess I had a pretty decent rhythm, and if I didn't fall, I might have been actually really close from Zelascelar, I guess.
Yeah, no, if you hadn't fallen, because 2 or 3 of your deaths were because you fell. If you hadn't fallen, that also cuts a few of the deaths, and that would have been, at bare minimum, incredibly close.
Mm.
You went bows on Abyss.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I actually really like this one.
Oh, wow, okay.
I mean, he is the second fastest option there. He's also by far the hardest.
Yeah, so he's such a heavy pod. So yeah, I saved and went with Mars.
And even then, you still fell?
You picked Mars?
Yup.
He's a good one. Very fast. I don't know how it went, regarding the two racers next to each other on the stream, but I had a bad feeling on the first 2 tracks, especially in Inferno. My keyboard ghosting super often.
Oh no!
And I fell on lava multiple times and on walls. But I guess the next 3 matches, the last 3 circuits were actually really close. I had good feelings, and
your Sebulba's legacy was really good.
I don't know about that. I guess I crashed fully somewhere.
You did crash the one time.
You had the really good reaction wall ride and recovery on lap 3.
At the end, yeah.
So there's just going to be a pattern of all of Zelascelar's opponents doing a reaction wall ride. Whoever he plays next better do it.
Wait, the wall ride where?
The end of the lap. You know how you can fall from that top track if you go too far on the inside?
Yeah, if you don't jump, you can fall into the canyon, and I fell, and I just wall ride to get up and not be forced to take the tunnel, just before the light.
Oh, nice. I gotta see that.
And you made that recovery with bowls, right?
It's true. Oh, he's ballsy enough, I would say,
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah, that was another really close race, especially since Zelascelar crashed. And if you hadn't crashed, you probably could have won that track. But then you crashed in like the exact same spot that Zelascelar did.
Yeah, like right there.
Same lap, same part of the track.
Yeah, there are some death spots somewhere. Yeah, we know it, but it's hard to avoid sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was really fun. I didn't thought it would be that close, I would say.
It was really close.
Yeah, really had the feeling I would be like 20 or 30, 40 seconds behind on each track.
Yeah, I mean, you did generally choose more of the shorter tracks just to make it a lot harder to lose that much time, but you kept up really well. I mean, even on Spice Mine Run, like, despite the pod difference and the fact that the last glider was using bowls there, you guys stayed really close almost the entire time. Like, for the first lap, I would say, and maybe even the beginning of the second lap. You guys were right next to each other. I can't remember the exact timing, but it was cool to have you guys be on the same part of the track a lot of times.
All right.
Yeah, any race that's really well synced up is always really cool to watch.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but yeah, don't discount yourself. You were doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't, I didn't expect it anything. I didn't have a lot of time to train on these months, and so I just went to see what would go on then with the muscular memory to see if it worked. So maybe it works a little. But I need to practice more to level up and be a cleaner racer. Definitely.
Yeah, you could definitely do it if you find the time to put into the tracks.
Mm-hmm. And next time it will probably be an even close match.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
hey,
getting
you
closer.
both still got more matches.
Yeah. Neither of you are being eliminated in the group stage, so you for sure have at least 2 more matches after the group stage. And I know Le6lindre, you still have 2 more group stage matches, correct?
I guess yes.
Yes,
Maybe
one.
3.
You have one against me and one against King Bean. Have you played Belios?
I did.
Then
I
yes,
did,
you
and
have 2
yeah,
more.
yeah. Okay, 2 more then. All right, might be next week, I guess.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think that just about does it for the interviews, unless you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about.
I think that should be about it, unless you guys have something to pitch.
It's
I mean,
fine. Sorry.
I'll go for it.
Again, GG to Zelascelar, and I will see you all next week for some more speed racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And if you guys like watching pod racing, then make sure that you guys tune in tomorrow if you have the time, because tomorrow we have 2 really good matches between myself and Nacho Bredo, and then Banana Boat Kid and Metallica. The first one will be at 2 p.m. Eastern, so the same time as this one started. So be sure that you tune in for that. It's going to be really nice, really good matches, regardless of the outcome. High tier racers across the board.
Yeah, those are going to be 2 incredibly competitive and incredibly important matches. They're both likely to determine the winner of their group.
All right. Keep an eye on it then.
Yeah, they should be fun. Expect some very interesting
Is straight up the
band
winner
shenanigans.
since yeah, it's going to be fun. But yeah, make sure you guys tune in for that if you have the time. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot more races to be played in this tournament, so don't worry too much.
All right.
Right. GG's, man.
Thank you all
GG's.
for watching. Thank you two for playing. Thank you, Dom, for joining me on commentary. And thank you to Speed Gaming for hosting this tournament. We will see you all tomorrow for 2 very tense, very hype matches.